celebrate your mother. You may
Yes.
probably be having a broken relationship, but we can trust God for restoration.
Amen.
And to also encourage the mothers who are doing it alone, that God can still use you.
Amen.
And the fathers who are doing it alone, that God can still strengthen you.
Amen.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Asante.
I want to wish all mothers, all waiting mothers, a happy Mother's Day. Wishing you God's blessings. We see you. You matter. Your roles and your responsibilities are not easy. And so we choose to celebrate and honor you. And where men have hurt you, where we've said things that really put you down, Pastor Cole and I, on behalf of many men and anchored men, we apologize.
We ask for your forgiveness.
We ask for your forgiveness.
Yeah.
We appreciate the long nights you wake up just to breastfeed. We appreciate the long nights where you wake up just to nurse that fever. Or a child is just throwing tantrums and you do not know what to do. And a man somewhere is not snoring and saying, "Don't wake me up." Big ups. We honor you. Hey there, welcome to The Anchored Man. It's so good to see you. Happy and blessed new month. Such a joy to be back on set.
Absolutely. Welcome back. Where
Thank
have
you.
been?
I don't know where I've been, but I know wagwan. Let the reader understand. Thank you for stepping in and just creating content.
Welcome from the Caribbean.
Thank you. It's gonna be great. That's the only thing I can remember. More fire.
Ama hiyo haiko kwa.
I cannot say those other things. But
Yeah.
interestingly enough, you will cut that. When I landed, I expected to find,
Lots of smoke.
yeah, and a lot of, but
Crazy.
they play Christian music, even in the airports.
Amazing.
What a blessing.
It is indeed a blessing.
Kabisa.
Welcome
My
back.
name is Brother Kim. Let's not zoom so much about ourselves. Do you want to say hi to God's people?
Yeah,
and introduce
greetings,
yourself?
anchored men and everybody watching. So good to be here again. My name is Cole.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
What's happening in the month of May? Or what just happened?
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I've actually seen quite a number of churches are having like family themed series
kind
in
of
the month
series.
of May. Yeah.
Yes.
But also just to celebrate mothers. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
To all.
Yeah. All
To
the
my
mothers.
mother.
Go ahead. Go
To
fast.
my wife, mother of my son.
Hey,
to my mother.
Amen.
I don't know why when I think about Mother's Day, I remember my mother first and then
Oh.
the mother of my son.
It's okay. She's your mother. Your mother.
Yeah.
Your wife is not your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Your wife is your wife.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day to all women and all mothers in life who have really played a role to the men who we are.
Yeah.
They formed our faith. Wangu wako binguni, so I don't know whether binguni they celebrate Happy Mother's Day. I think theirs is Happy Mother daily. Daily, it's a happy day. Yeah. But to grace and the significant mothers and those who have really contributed to who I am. Happy Mother's Day. We love you and we wish you God's blessings.
Amazing.
Why are you trending?
Why am I trending?
Yeah, I've seen you trending everywhere.
I just woke up and
Online.
found mentions everywhere.
Hey, Kwani, you've won something?
No.
You may have some number plates. I saw someone run in
yes.
Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
And the next thing he has customized
that was actually nice.
number
I liked
plates.
it.
Imagine.
I liked it.
And some good millions. And a car of choice.
Yeah.
I think we should run home tonight.
We need to. They make running look very easy.
Yeah, I think we should just run home.
Let's stick to running this podcast.
Sawa, you run it by telling us why you're trending.
So I recently preached a sermon on, it was titled The Exchange Zone.
Yes.
And it was basically exploring the mentorship relationship between Paul and Timothy. And in my introductory remarks, I made an observation about what Acts chapter 16 verse 1 says about Timothy. We are told that, of course, he lived in Derbe and Lystra. I paraphrase.
Yes.
He was a disciple. The mother, we are told, was a Jew and a believer. Then the Bible says, but the father was Greek. That's all it gives us about where he comes from.
Yes.
Which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
Because when the Bible speaks about Timothy's mother, it doesn't just tell us who she was in terms of the race, but it also says something about her faith.
Her faith.
Says she was Jewish, but she was a believer. And then Dr. Luke says, but the father was Greek.
Greek, full stop.
Yes. And of course, when we look at it from an English point of view, but is introducing a contrast. against what? The fact that the mother was a believer, the father was Greek, which also meant he was not a believer,
yeah.
in this newfound faith.
Yes.
And later on in 1 Timothy, I think, is it chapter 1, verse 5, when Paul is commending Timothy's faith, he talks about the mother and the grandmother.
Yes, the grandmother Lois.
Yes. And I did make a comment that, we have a lot of statistics out here about the place and position of like a man in the family, and that is not to dispute that.
Yes.
But I just found encouragement in the life of Timothy for probably those mothers who live in homes where the husband
is not a believer.
Or is not there for one reason or the other.
Yes.
With all this weight that is usually placed on a man, Timothy can actually serve as an encouragement that God can use even one parent to pass down the heritage of faith.
Amen.
God can use a faithful mother. He can use a faithful husband.
Wow.
He can use... Because we also have single dads who are raising children.
Yes,
God can still use them.
An amazing job.
The ideal is that these children grow in a household where both parents are committed to faith. But in the event, for one reason or the other, that's not the case. It is still possible for God to raise.
It's not all hope lost.
So I don't know how it ended up being seen as though, as I said, Timothy came from a single parent home.
No.
I dislike social media because most of us are too lazy to find context.
Yes, and confirm. Precisely.
Yeah, because I actually engaged a few people who had made such... there's a particular brother who knows me. We've had a relationship and had so much to say, which was very hurtful.
Oh, sorry.
To paint me in bad light.
Do you want to send me their number? Or that's enough?
No, that's enough. And so
I got you.
Yeah, he had all this write-up that had a lot to say about me, and then try to make comments on this quote. So I just asked him, thank you for this write-up. Did you make some effort to listen to the sermon
entire sermon for context? Yeah.
And they said no, we didn't. And I just said okay. It answered everything. God. You see. So
so sorry for that.
That's okay.
But anyway, I think those are the few ethics that even journalists practice. Is it true? When was it said? Who said it? Can you confirm it? So that whatever we post and communicate, it's factual. But anyway, that happening. Let's zoom in on mothers.
Yes.
Because we have just celebrated Mother's Day. We've wished them God's blessings and favor.
Yes.
Let's zoom in on the spiritual aspect, what we call the formative stages of a child. Would you confidently say as call that the man you are today, you can credit a lot of your formative stages, both in faith, emotions, physically, everything, to your mother? Or are we opening another Pandora's box?
Why not?
More trouble.
Let's open
Tuzifungue. You're ready?
What's the worst that can happen?
Come on.
By and large, and I'm grateful for this. I know it's not everybody's story. I've grown up in a family where both my parents have been very instrumental in my faith.
Yes.
I've had lots of impact from my dad.
Wow.
I've had significant impact from my mother.
Yes.
And both of them have played a great role. And my dad passed on 9 years ago. And my mother still continues to be such a voice. Such a model. She calls me, she prays with me.
Amen.
And so on and so forth. And so yes, by and large, to a significant extent, I credit my mom for the faith that I have, especially the prayer aspect of my life. I was actually looking a while ago about, because there's statistics and research work out here that tries to paint a picture. And of course, the structure of family in present times has changed.
Yes.
But if you're looking at traditional setups where mothers had longer and more contact time with their children, their daily influence went a long way in creating opportunities to pass down the heritage of faith.
Yes.
Because ideally, in such traditional setups, it is the man who was out there and the woman
mom was
a
at home.
homemaker.
Yeah.
And their work was actually to grow with children. So mothers often have a greater daily influence on their children by virtue of that fact.
Yes, the contact.
Especially in the formative stages of children growing. And of course, that is changing significantly in our current context. But again, fathers also still have very great statistical influence, especially on when children are becoming adults.
Yes.
And if I can just read something I saw from the banner, the banner group, they found that 68% of people said that it was their mother's faith that influenced them, against 46% who responded that it was their father's faith. And 16% reported it was a non-relative, and 14% said it was a friend. The danger sometimes of quoting statistics such as this is that people hear what we are not saying.
Yes.
And we are not saying here that fathers are irrelevant. But I'm saying that there's
Anyway,
material.
it's a man show.
Yeah.
We can't really be.
and we should stop looking as though as it's a threat.
Yes, it's not.
I don't know why so many of us are walking on eggshells. Like,
come on, let it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But the statistics and research work that's there is helping us to appreciate that women have influence.
A lot of it.
By virtue of the fact that they spend more time with their children.
Yeah.
And by virtue of the fact that, they are involved, especially in the formative stages of their sons and daughters. And so they play a significant role. There is... of course, as children grow, when it comes especially now to church attendance, if a father is committed to a congregation and a church, there are higher stakes that the children will follow suit.
Precisely.
That's why it's a blend, and these two have significant impact in the lives of children. But to trivialize and say women have completely no place in the faith.
Precious call children, for women.
Where?
if these positions would be just allowed, anyone can vie. Video leo. We have enough votes. May all the ladies gather and just receive this content. And if I was to be vulnerable, the significance of a mother or a woman in a child's life is so important. I remember when we were blessed with our firstborn daughter, the ideal marriage picture is where when the baby cries, the two of you wake up at the same time. So that I'm just there seated. Encouraging her, telling her, oh God, you're doing so well, taking care of Gabby. So when I discovered I can't do this, I just openly told her, my breasts have no milk. But yours do. So please, allow me sleep. So that when I go to work, I focus.
And you can bring more.
And I can bring more food.
To avail the milk.
So that you can get milk. But you can imagine. That's why when I see people not appreciating that role that a mother plays and the significance, I think we really lose it. But when we celebrate them, when we honor them, the pain and the risks they have to go through, even by just the virtue of carrying that baby and raising that child. So we honor you mothers, we honor you women, and we trust that God is going to just give you more grace and more wisdom, even as we continue to celebrate you. More statistics?
Not really more statistics. It is, as we think and have these conversations, I see there's a sense in which a certain group of individuals get rattled when there's commendation on women and their impact on matters of faith. I was in a parenting class not so long ago.
Yes.
And the person who was doing this seminar made a comment. Yes, the facilitator made a comment, especially on parents who have boy dads, parents.
Yes,
you have a son as the first child, and that's my case. And they asked the question. So normally in a family, it would be probably if you get a son and you have your wife, you probably get a house help, whether they are day back or someone who live in. And so, like in my context, my son and I are the minority leaders in our home. Because there's Karen, and there's our house help, and then there's my sisters who are always coming in and out. So on a daily, if we look at a day, my son spends more time
with ladies
than he does with me. So it is going to have an impact on his sense of masculinity. He's more exposed to my sisters doing their eyebrows. That's what he hears. That's what he sees. So I remember asking myself, what's what's the closest photo of masculinity or image that
your
my son gets?
has. Wow.
It's probably when he goes out to ride his bike, and then he interacts with probably our gate man down there, who is his very good friend.
Wow.
By the time I'm coming home from doing whatever it is I was doing out there, it is probably too late. There's just 30 minutes. Or sometimes I come and find him in bed.
Oh my God.
So then, if the men are finding it a problem, where are they? Where are we?
Yeah.
Because we cannot be complaining and we are not there.
And blaming.
And
that
blaming.
My son turned out
he's
a certain
turning out
way
this way, or he's being influenced this way. But where is the man?
Wow. That's a challenge.
And you see, when I thought about this, and when we discussed this in our group of the boys, and we made a decision, a commitment. If by any chance I go home and find my son asleep, for whatever reason, no ministry engagement, visitation, the next morning we'll pay for that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I will not leave the house without spending quality time.
Wow.
And as we do this, you are able to pass down the healthy masculinity.
Yes, masculinity. Because the dangers, Pastor Cole, are real. And you and I have been in the counseling spaces where you are maybe dealing with someone who is given into homosexuality, either same-sex attraction, and you dig in, and the root has to do with what you've said.
Absolutely.
Dad was absent. The only picture of how to do life is a lady. So I start being cultured and wired in a certain way. So I think that's a great commendation, and I really honor the young men and older fathers that are intentional to also show up, so that as ladies are influencing, as they breastfeed, as they feed, as they clean up, as they change their diapers. Actually, as I was getting ready today, I actually thought about it. Do I actually know what my daughters wear a certain day? Because they have different...
For school,
and believe you me, oh God, I would mess it up. And that's why I agree with you. And I can assure you, out of the challenge you've shared, I will go read that entire thing, so that in case our nanny and my wife, Awako, I don't need to call and start asking, today is trouser, or what are we supposed to do? Because I think we also assume quite a lot, and we think that some of these things are just... They just happen. Natural, they don't just happen. It takes a lady somewhere, it takes a mother somewhere to go out of their way, to even know. It's so amazing that even my wife texts me, she's like, we're out of fruits. We need this. In my head, I was just thinking of school fees.
Yep.
And their safety.
Rent,
but you see those small... minute things
that actually keep life going.
Precisely.
The day-to-day rhythms.
Wow, life is beautiful with mothers.
Life is absolutely, my friend.
We need them. We honor them. And we celebrate them. Lovely. What would be your closing statement in relation to your spiritual formation as a man, your place as a man to your son, but also just the place of celebrating mothers and sisters and nannies for all that they do? And actually, these days, that's when we coined the new term stay-at-home moms. Before it used to be housewife. But siku hizi tumeipamba. But it's in agreement with the amount of presence and time that God has allowed them to have for the purpose of influence. Your closing statements and remarks?
It is to first, of course, to celebrate all the women. And now that this has narrowed down to even the family setting, it's just to remember that in Deuteronomy 4, is it 6, where Moses commends the nation to pass down
the values. Hear, O Israel, the Shema.
The Lord God is one. And the ideal place that was to happen is the home setting. Sit with your children. It's to encourage all young mothers, young fathers, newly married, to create these spaces, contend for the dining hall, dining space. It's actually the best place to pass down values.
Values are caught.
They are caught, but also to encourage all the anchored men that we too also have a responsibility now that we have grown into a space of independence, to keep on growing this faith, to keep on extending kindness to the women in our lives.
Amen.
Celebrate your mother. You may
Yes.
probably be having a broken relationship, but we can trust God for restoration.
Amen. Amen.
And to also encourage the mothers who are doing it alone, that God can still use you.
Amen.
And the fathers who are doing it alone, that God can still strengthen you.
Amen.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Asante.
I want to wish all mothers, all waiting mothers, a happy Mother's Day. Wishing you God's blessings. We see you. You matter. Your roles and your responsibilities are not easy. And so we choose to celebrate and honor you. And where men have hurt you, where we've said things that really put you down, Pastor Cole and I, on behalf of many men and anchored men, we apologize.
We ask for your forgiveness.
We ask for your forgiveness.
Yeah.
We appreciate the long nights you wake up just to breastfeed. We appreciate the long nights where you wake up just to nurse that fever. Or a child is just throwing tantrums and you do not know what to do. And a man somewhere is not snoring and saying, "Don't wake me up." Big ups. We honor you. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
See you in our next video. God bless you. Bye-bye.